Hello, friends. Welcome to band practice. I'm Emma.
And I'm Madison. And in honor of our birthdays, in honor of Virgo season, we're going to do 26 things we learned by the age 26. I just turned 25, but I feel like I have a little extra wisdom to spare.
Yeah.
So we just rounded up to 26. And yeah, hopefully, I don't know, we'll be insightful, maybe share what we've learned along the years, even though at the end of the day, we're just some teenage girls. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm just a baby at the end of the day.
I really don't know much, but I'll share what I do know.
Yeah, I'll share what I know, and do I follow all of it? Maybe not,
Maybe not all the time.
but I know it. Yeah, so, my birthday's in like 2 weeks. I'll be 26, and you just had your birthday. So, tell us how it was.
I was gonna say the whole episode is just saying since it is our birthdays.
Yeah.
Over and over again. If you didn't know, it was my birthday this weekend.
Yeah, we are in fact birthday Virgo girls. So
yes, you would think we're Leos by the way we're acting, but no,
seriously,
we're Virgos.
no shade.
No shade at all. Wink, wink. It was good though. My parents came to visit, and it was their first time coming to visit us since we moved.
Yeah.
Which maybe I have a bone to pick with them because why did it take them 8 months to visit? Let's talk about that.
So true. Let's talk about it. Let's call Steph right now.
No,
live.
Yeah, I have some questions that need answered. No, but it was really fun. We did a little day trip to Boulder for one day, which isn't that far, but it was fun still. And then we went shopping. Went to a lot of good restaurants. Like we took them to all of our favorite restaurants that we don't go to like all the time, but they're our favorites, you know? And that's pretty much it. I had a pretty chill family birthday. It was fun,
so
though.
Cute. I love that. You looked really cute in your birthday dress.
Thank you. Yeah, Ben surprised me. He's so good with gift giving and stuff.
Yeah.
I posted on my close friends a picture of Victoria Paris in this like dress from For Love and Lemons. It's like this really cute lacy dress with like a black bow. And I didn't think he would even, I thought he would just swipes through my close friends. Like I didn't even know he was paying attention, but he surprised it with me the day before my birthday. So it could be my little birthday dress. It was very cute.
So cute. And it looked really cute on you. Who wore it better?
Thank you.
Let's do a poll.
No, yeah, go to our Instagram.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, how have you been?
I've been good. No, while Madison's parents were out of town, I was watching their dog Zoe, so it's always funny. I don't know, just being at your house and no one's there.
I know. You post TikToks like in my parents' house, and it's just like a crossover Disney Channel episode. I'm like, you're at my house and I'm not there. It's just so
literally
silly.
It is so silly.
As you should. Your bath video at my parents' bath, phenomenal.
Oh gosh, it was such a good bath. It's real slippery in there though. I was like, man, if I were under the influence of something, I could probably drown.
Yeah. Or take a tumble of some sort. Like if you're trying to get out, could you slip?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I don't really know what else I have to say. Yeah, I got nothing.
That's okay. Are you excited for your birthday? Are you excited for me to come?
Yeah. I'm really excited.
I can't wait. I'm counting down the days now. Now that my moment is over, my birthday is over, now I can finally start the countdown to yours. So I'm excited.
It's kind of fun. Like, oh, I still need to mail you your gift. I have it right here.
Or we could just, when I come, we could exchange gifts.
That's true. That could be cute.
I find a way to make it about me. I'm like, actually, no, give me my gift on your birthday.
I mean, that would save me money on shipping. So you know what? And then I can like wrap it cute. Ooh, let's do that.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Perfect. Should we just go on to drinks?
Let's get going.
Do you want me to start?
You can start.
Okay. I made a little drink. I made a little wine spritzer. Gosh, I haven't like bought wine in ages. I'm like barely legal. No, but I got a Riesling, a white wine at Trader Joe's, and I added a watermelon lemonade sparkling water to it. Made a little spritzer.
I didn't know that was a thing. I'm gonna be honest. That sounds yummy.
It's delicious. Just adds a little sparkle to it, a little extra flavor. Yeah,
fun.
Yeah,
and the glass is cute.
It is cute. There's something about having a glass of wine after the workday. There really is something to that.
And maybe that comes with age. Maybe that's because we're
Mhm.
25, 26 now. Maybe that's because we're
Mhm.
25, 26 now. Sometimes you
Exactly.
just need a glass of wine after work.
And now you all know that I have wisdom to share.
Exactly. Now that everybody's listening.
Literally, me and my $6 bottle of Trader Joe's wine, we're ready.
Well, we are on different vibes, but I know
Mm.
you will appreciate it. I stopped at Starbucks after work and I got
Yes.
my drink of the season. It's a pumpkin cream chai with oat milk, and I just put 1 shot of espresso because it's like 6 p.m. I don't want to get
Yeah.
crazy. But this is my first season having pumpkin because the pumpkin has dairy in it and I didn't eat dairy before, and I'm living it up. I'm living for the pumpkin season. So
It is.
I had to get one.
Yeah. That exact order is so delicious. That's what
Mhm.
I've been getting. Oh, now I really want one.
I knew I was gonna give you a little FOMO, make you a little jealous.
Yeah, that's not fair. We trade. No, but now I know what I'm getting in the morning. That's for sure.
I know. It's so funny. I go through phases with Starbucks where, I worked at Starbucks, and so I like drink it. You know, you get free drinks and
Yeah.
stuff. I drank it all the time. And then after I stopped working there, I would never go to Starbucks. Like, I just would never really. And
Mhm.
then now I'm totally back on the Starbucks grind. Like, I crave Starbucks. It's bad. When there's fun flavors or like things that you can only really get at Starbucks, you know? Like, you
Mhm.
could get pumpkin at like another place, but it's not the Starbucks pumpkin.
Yeah.
There's just something about it. And I'm sorry, but
And it's
it's
true.
fall. It's fall. What can we say?
Yeah. Like a typical like vanilla latte, I'd probably prefer to get somewhere else. But yeah, all the other flavors. And in the holiday season, they do a sugar cookie syrup, and that's another one of my favorites.
Yum.
So stay tuned.
Yeah. Big
Wow,
things
this
coming.
is our first, like, I forgot that we only started this podcast in February. Like, we're going to have our first, like, fall and winter for the podcast.
Holiday
Cute.
season. And there's so many.
Ooh.
I love fall or holiday podcasts, like
Me
spooky
too.
themed ones or like holiday gift list ideas and stuff. It's just so fun.
We're going to go so hard. Oh my gosh.
I can't
Y'all
wait.
prepare to be sick of us.
We're
Prepare
gonna
to
do
unfollow.
2 episodes a week.
Yeah, literally. Oh my goodness.
I'm like, not really though.
Yeah, no. Don't expect that, actually. That was purely a joke. Well, I guess, gosh, I think we're ready to just get into this. We do have a lot to share, to be frank.
We do. And I can tell I just miss Emma so much. I've missed her all day today and I just want to chat with her. So
I know.
I fear that I might be a little chatty this episode and we just need to get it started. We need to get the ball rolling before I
We really do.
go too far.
We have a daunting list of 26 ideas. We will talk about a list of 10 things for an hour. So we're going to have to speed through this. Yeah.
Yes.
We just went, so we each technically wrote 13 things to create our list of 26, and we'll just go back and forth. I'll start us off. Number 1, my first thing that I've learned by the age of 26 is you are not old. I think I finally embraced this when I turned 25. I was like, okay, it's really not that old, and I needed to like chill the F out, because before I know it, in the snap of a finger, I'm going to be 35 and I'm going to be like, why did I think I was old at 20 in my 20s? Like, that's insane. So yeah, you're not old. It's okay. You're actually a young infant baby, so it's okay to act like it too.
Yeah, 100%. I saw a TikTok today. I sent it to you. I don't know if you saw it, but it was these 2 girls and they were like, when the Starbucks and Brandy Melville combo hits just as hard when you're 25 as it did when you were 16. And I was like, that is so me. Like, when I was 16, I thought that 25-year-olds like wore blazers and like worked in the office like all day long. But 25 is so young. Like, I, in fact, will still buy basics from Brandy Melville.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah.
And get my pumpkin cream chai. Like, I'm sorry.
That's the plan.
Yeah. Okay, my first one is that you don't have to be friends with everyone. I don't know if this is just me, my own personality, and me maybe being a little bit rude, but I feel like a lot of times in like high school or college, you feel like you need an excuse to not be friends with somebody. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're friends with everybody by default until proven otherwise. But I feel like that just gives you like the excuse to be friends with people that don't really make you a better person, or you don't really like. It's just like, oh, they're nice enough. And so you like make room for them in your life, but you actually don't have to do that. Like if you don't really like them that much, you can just not hang out with them. I don't know. You don't need to waste your time like investing in relationships that it's just people that you're like, oh, they're nice, they're all right. You don't need to be friends with everyone, and not everybody's gonna like you or want to be friends with you, and that's okay too.
Exactly. My next one is you do in fact have toxic traits. We all do. I've realized like there's stuff that I need to work on in terms of relationships, and I think it's really important to be self-aware that like you probably have some toxic traits, and the more aware of it you are, like the better off your relationship is going to be if you're like willing to work on it.
Mm-hmm. That's so real.
Not me though.
No, not me at all. But Ben is definitely the emotionally intelligent one in the relationship, and so my eyes were opened when I started dating him, and I'm like, oh, I do have issues. Yeah,
I felt that. Yeah, exactly.
My next one is that you don't have to take advice from everyone, especially people that you don't admire their life. I feel like when you're younger, you feel like you have to take advice from everyone, especially if they're older than you.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, they just know better than me automatically. Yeah. But if somebody's in a completely different spot than you want to be in your life, obviously they took steps to get there, and maybe they're super happy with their life and like, you know, those are the correct steps for them. But you don't have to take all their advice if you don't want to end up in that same spot just because they're older than you or wiser than you. You can kind of be picky and choosy with what you listen to.
I totally agree. I think the older you get, the more you realize that like other adults don't have it figured out, even if they're like twice your age. Like they can still be like toxic or unhealthy or just like not have learned specific life lessons. And so yeah, like just because someone's older doesn't necessarily mean they're wiser and doesn't mean they'll understand your situation or like have the right thing to say.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
My next one, body aesthetics do not equal health. So just because like being, I guess, quote unquote, like super skinny doesn't mean that you're healthy, and being healthy doesn't mean you're going to look super skinny. I think the goal should be to be your healthiest self in terms of just like taking care and of like your body physically, like having a balanced diet, a balanced lifestyle, like, and I mean balanced, like not going too heavy on either end of the spectrum. And whatever that looks like on your body is a healthy, beautiful body.
So real. And I feel like you learn this as your body inevitably changes as you get older, because you can be doing the same exact stuff and you know, your blood work could be the exact same and your body looks different, and that has nothing to do with your health. It's just like that's what that's literally inevitable. Like your body will change throughout your life, and that's a hard pill to swallow sometimes, but ain't that the truth?
Your body has like different needs at different ages, and if it needs to look differently or like carry more weight in certain areas, like that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, so be it. It's not good, it's not bad, it's what it is.
It just is. Body neutrality, baby.
Exactly. Okay, my next one is that it's really not embarrassing, and this applies to anything. I am somebody who spent most of my childhood and adolescence thinking that things were embarrassing, or like, you know, I didn't want to talk in class because that's embarrassing, or I didn't want to like wear certain things because that's embarrassing. Girl, as if anyone cares that much about you. Like, you think people will remember what you said in class or what you wore to prom? Seriously. Or like literally nobody even cares. So how could it be embarrassing if it doesn't even matter? Yeah. And those are just the words that I live by now. I really will just do whatever I want, wear whatever I want, post whatever I want, because who cares? It's not embarrassing at all. Like, please get over yourself at the end of the day.
Literally. No, I've been thinking about this a lot lately because I've been like, you know, making my cute little TikToks. And like last night I was doing a little Target vlog. Like I wanted to do kind of like an ASMR, like little shopping trip. And even like trying to like sneak little clips in the store. Like I'm not filming anyone, but like sometimes I get like kind of embarrassed. I'm like, oh my gosh, did they see me like take a video? But like it actually doesn't matter and they don't care. And it just, who cares?
I know. Whenever I think I talked about this in my last vlog because I had to go into a store to film something. And I was saying like sometimes I do get embarrassed because I convince myself that somebody's going to be like, what is she doing? And like ask me like, What are you
Yeah.
filming? No, what? Nobody's gonna ask me that. Like,
Yeah.
nobody cares. If I saw somebody filming in a store, I wouldn't be like, hey, excuse me, what are you filming for? Literally, I could not care less. So
Yeah.
nobody else cares either.
My next one is to make time for your siblings, if you have any, and if you have a healthy relationship with them. I just feel like it's so difficult. It becomes really difficult in your adulthood when you no longer live under the same house and like you're all kind of wherever you are in your life. So just make time to like either text or like FaceTime your siblings or like actually meet up and like do something together. I just think it's important to like foster good relationships as adults because those are your literal day ones. So you gotta like put effort into that relationship.
This one is so canceled for me because my brother did not tell me happy birthday. And I just was on the phone with him before this. I called my mom and he was at my mom's house and he was like, "Oh, you didn't get that message? Like, I'll have to resend it." He was just like totally fronting. But he was in Mexico City, so maybe the text didn't go through and he's just gaslighting me.
Yeah.
But I was like, wow, my own brother didn't tell me happy birthday.
That is so
You're done. You're done.
You're actually done.
Yeah.
This will cause like a 10-year ghosting from you.
No, literally. I told my parents, I was like, he didn't tell me happy birthday, and now I'm not going to tell him happy birthday because 2 wrongs make a right. And like, that's
Amen.
That's a relationship with siblings, though. Like, 2 wrongs make a right. We're good.
Texted at like 12:01 the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Just right after.
Exactly. Okay, my next one is that your problems are usually not anyone else's. This kind of goes along with like you have toxic traits.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in your relationships with other people or whatever, like if you're expecting other people to fix your problems or care about your problems as much as you are, at the end of the day, they don't have to because it's your problem. It's not theirs. And you're the only one that can solve the issue. Of course, when people care about you and love you, they'll help you through things, but you can't expect other people to fix things for you because they're your own problems to work through and heal from and everything like that.
I feel this so hard. Just take care of you and like make sure you're able to have your own back and like heal your own trauma, which is my next one, which is it's best and easier to heal your trauma now than later. My dad always tells me this. He's like, I'm just proud of you kids for like going to therapy, like so young and everything, where like he's had to go to therapy like in his 50s and stuff. And it's like so much harder to deal with all of this childhood trauma that you've held on to and that's affected your life. Like I'd rather do the work now. That way it's not affecting me for like the next decades because it's not going to go away. You're going to have to deal with it sooner or later.
Yeah, exactly. And it affects your life in so many different ways. So it could like cause issues for you in all these different areas of your life for years and years and years, decades to come. Or you could just bite it in the butt. And, it's never, some stuff won't ever fully heal, but it's better to work on it and get a head start at least.
And you can get a head start with this week's sponsor, BetterHelp.
BetterHelp is a platform. I feel like I like have that memorized by now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
My next one is that things probably won't turn out how you expect them to or how you're necessarily hoping them to. Is that even, did I word that right?
I think so.
Okay. Not to say that things aren't going to be good or things aren't going to work out in your favor. It's just things don't always work out exactly how you want them to. Life will surprise you. Things change all the time. And I know like career field or like the place that I wanted to live or whatever, even when I was like 18 or 20, it's totally different now. And that's fine. It's not like I failed or gave up on something. It's just like, oh, I actually don't want that anymore. That's not what would benefit me at this stage of my life. And so you might think that like it's your end all be all when you're 18 or in high school or whatever it may be. And then when you hit 25, you're like, oh, I don't actually want that anymore. And that's fine. It's not the end of the world.
I love that one.
It's okay to change your mind.
We thought we would be living in LA doing God knows what.
Who knows, really?
Who knows? My next one is kind of random, but I wish someone told me when I was younger to like focus more on skincare than makeup. Like get that skin right. Like get on that skincare routine, be consistent morning and night, no sleeping in makeup, all of that jazz. Because it really does make a difference with like your skin health and like how you're gonna age. Not that that really matters, but like I guess also just wear your sunscreen.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I started that earlier. I started like midway through college, I think, maybe like 5 years ago.
Yeah. And I feel like we were like the beauty
Yeah.
gurus, and we did skincare and stuff, but kids nowadays are so lucky to like have so much access to information. Not that we like lived in the medieval times, but like our information was Bethany Moda, like
Yeah.
using scrubs, like harsh scrubs on her face, or like not even using moisturizer. Like we were trying to do it and we were not doing it
Yeah.
correctly. And so yeah, kids are lucky to have these like extensive skincare routines with like retinol and
Yeah.
SPF and like all of this crazy stuff. I feel like the kids are getting on it younger nowadays, but we got a little bit of a late start.
They really are. And this is a tangent, but I got onto the side of TikTok of girls getting ready for their first day of high school, which is so
Mhm.
cute. It makes me so nostalgic. I'm like, oh my God, I want to be like a young cutie girl again, like getting ready for school, having like a baby face, but like thinking I'm like a big kid.
Mhm.
And they go hard on their skincare. They have like Drunk Elephant. They're making their
All drunk
skin
elephant.
smoothies where they
Mhm.
like pop the moisturizer and they mix in their drops and like their toners. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I know their skin is probably going to be like glowing, beautiful glass skin.
Mhm.
And I don't even know what I used in high school.
I can't think. I know I used like
Probably
I
like
don't
Clean
know
and
if
Clear.
yeah, yeah. I remember there was some like tingly one.
I
There's
just
like a
thought of something.
minty one. What?
Do you remember what was it, like the Neutrogena like grapefruit cleanser? Oh,
Yes.
that was
It had the
fun.
little beads in it and stuff.
Yeah.
Or I remember this was when I thought I was really into skincare, like kind of later in high school. I used the Lush Ocean Salt Scrub.
Yeah,
That shit probably ruined your skin barrier, dried your skin out.
that was so rough.
So rough.
Never painful.
Painful. And we thought we were really doing something. If I
Yeah,
use that on my skin now, I just know it'd be jarring, like shocking. There'd be cuts on my
it would take
face.
like at least a year to recover from the damage.
And I would just scrub my whole
Wow.
top layer of my skin off.
Gosh, that's opening like a portal in my brain. I
Yeah.
remember I would use their mask of Magnaminty.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. Ooh, I loved my Lush masks.
I use the coffee scrub one too. The
Mm-hmm.
mask.
Classic.
I know. I went into Lush for the first time in a while the other day with my
Yeah,
parents because we were walking past and I saw they had a little Barbie section and I had to go.
obviously, yeah.
And I got a Barbie like body scrub and it's way finer now. Like I think they realized that it was a little too much.
Literally. Probably got
And
like
now it's
sued.
like no, actually. And now it's like it was very nice. And like it foamed up a little. It was like a body uh shower gel / scrub kind of situation. And it
I
smelled so
love
good.
that. I will say their bath bombs, like no one does it like them. Like I
Mm-hmm.
buy my bath bombs in like I don't know, like sets. They're like like that French brand at
Mm-hmm.
Target has like a pack. And they're good. It's obviously cheaper than getting like a single bath bomb from Lush, but the Lush ones are just better. Like
I
they smell
know.
better, they're prettier. It's just an experience.
I literally was gonna text you that last night, but I was like, I don't even want to open the floodgates for us because I know we will be like at Lush every week spending like $100 on bath
I
bombs if I say
know.
this.
If
But
I
I
start,
bought one. Yeah, I bought a Barbie one and it fizzed up so good. The whole bath was pink and it just like the smell is stronger. It like stays on your body. It really is worth the like $9 or whatever per bath bomb.
okay, maybe I'll limit to maybe like Sunday nights I can do a bougie bath.
I was gonna say one a week. Like it'll be a special treat.
Sunday night bougie bath. That's gonna be my new
TikTok series.
TikTok series. Check it out next Sunday.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. I also am realizing we said we weren't gonna chat and we've been talking
I
about
know.
bath bombs for like
We got like halfway through and then we're like, oh, we've got to talk, guys.
like I have something to say. Let me tell you something.
Let me
I
tell
used
you
a bath
something.
bomb.
Honestly, though, we were doing pretty good, so we
we
can
were.
afford it.
We were. We had some
All
time
right.
to spare.
Yeah.
My next one is that it kind of goes with my last one, but I just wanted to really drill this home that life changes so quickly, it will
Yeah.
freaking make your head spin. Like, I feel like when you're in high school or college, you really only see your life as like the next semester or like the semester ahead
Yeah.
of you. And your life feels like it's going to stay the same forever. Like, I remember when I was in school, I was just like, oh my God, I'm going to be in school for like the next
Yeah.
20 years, it feels like. And then once you start living life in your early mid 20s, it's just like you can't even keep up. Like, your
Yeah.
friends are always doing crazy stuff, like different stuff, having babies, getting married, who even knows. Your life, you could move to a new place, you could get a new job, friends come in and out of your life, significant others come in and out of your life. Like, nothing is permanent, nothing is forever, no
Mm-hmm.
feeling is permanent. So that's just like always a good reminder, especially if you're in a season of not goodness
Right.
and you feel like it's going to last forever. Tides will turn and things will change very quickly.
Totally. I think
Yeah.
that's just like the nature of life. It's ebbs and flows, peaks and valleys and dips and whatever. Like, yeah, I don't know. That I like started as if I was gonna say something like really insightful and like that was actually it. So yeah.
You said the ebbs and the flows, and
You
yep.
know what I mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's just the vibe.
No, and the worst part is I'm like, exactly. You understood exactly what I
Period.
said.
It's like that TikTok of like you and your delusional friend constantly saying, no, exactly.
No, exactly. Or I'm thinking of
Mm.
the Julia Fox one. What does she even say? I know the vibes. Wait, what does she say?
Something like, I know the vibes of the time and what is it?
You know what we're talking
I
about.
know
For
it.
anyone
Yeah.
listening.
Y'all know. My next one is to learn to enjoy things even if you're not good at them. Because listen, I I'm unfortunately had this like toxic character trait where like if I'm not good at something, I just don't like to do it. Like, and one of those things has always been bowling. Like that was on my shit list. I will not go bowling. I hadn't bowled for like 10 years. I'm not kidding. And then I had to go bowling for like a work thing last week. And I wasn't going to be like, no, I can't go. Or like, no, I'm going to sit out. And I just did it. Did I get the lowest score? Absolutely. Did I still have fun? Absolutely. Did anyone care that I was bad? No, really
Mm-hmm.
didn't matter. And it was fun. So it's okay to not be good at something, but just like having a positive attitude and just accepting that like something can be fun even if you're not like the best at it.
Mm-hmm. That's so real. I unfortunately have the same personality trait where I'm just a perfectionist, and if
Yeah.
I'm not the best at something, I don't want to partake. But this is something that I have worked a little bit through and still am actively working towards. But
Mm.
I think a good thing to think about is like, for the example of bowling, it's like, is the point of going bowling to be an incredible bowler?
Right.
No, that's literally not the point. The point is to go and have fun with your friends and like have a silly time and,
Yeah.
maybe get better by the end of it, but maybe not. Maybe you're just not good at bowling. And it's not like you're going to try to become a professional bowler. Like, you really don't need to take it that seriously. You can just go and have
Exactly.
fun and suck at it. And your friends probably aren't that good either. So you guys can just laugh about it together.
Exactly. It would be weird and you would make it awkward if like you did care a lot. You know what
Right.
I
You
mean?
get butt hurt and like you're
But
so
no one cares if you
competitive.
don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want to go bowling. That's fun.
Let's do it. Let's practice and get
No,
really good
let's be the best bowlers the world has ever seen.
at it.
My next one is that how you behave is truly within your control. So stop making silly little excuses. Stop giving yourself the benefit of the doubt. Like, if you mess up, you mess up. If you're
Yeah.
rude, you're rude. Own up to it. It's nobody else's fault. Like, I feel like I just see people so often, especially like, say you're in a relationship with somebody and you just project like we were kind of talking about earlier, that you guys maybe got into a really bad argument and they were the instigator or something, and you just blame it all on them, and it's like, yeah,
Mhm.
but what did you do? What did you say?
Yeah.
Our behavior and our emotions are just entirely within our control, and once we become aware of them and become more um what's the word, not intentional, I don't
Like
know,
mindful of them.
mindful, once we become more mindful of our emotions and behaviors, we can start to change them or realize what we do and don't like.
Yeah.
and go from there.
Yeah. I'll say this. Taking accountability is hot.
It is. Exactly.
My next one is to don't yuck someone's yum. And I feel like most people use this in terms of like food, which is also just like not a kind thing to do. But like, you don't have to share your negative opinion about what someone likes or does if it doesn't hurt anyone. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay to just like not make a comment. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Like, if I went around commenting on every video or telling every person in real life when I don't like something that they like, I'd be exhausted and
Yeah.
miserable and sad. Like, I don't understand people that feel the need to do that. Who is it benefiting?
No one. And
No
this is a
one.
letter to Taylor Swift and Harry Styles haters.
This is
Thank
exactly
you.
what I thought of. Like, why? Why? We've said it before. We'll say it again.
Yeah.
You look dumb. You look stupid. Move on.
Unless you have like a real argument about how they're like hurting someone or a community or something like that. But like, you don't need to like yap about your negativity about something that someone else likes just because. It's not like
No,
adding to any sort of conversation.
it's just irritating, actually.
Yeah.
Us literally being negative.
I know.
My next one is that your parents were right, or whoever told you this when you were younger, they were right. Whoever is being mean to you, hating on you, making you feel insecure, they're the insecure ones, or they're
Mm-hmm.
jealous of you. And I never really thought this was true until like the past year. And once you become aware of it, you can freaking see right through
Yeah.
people. And it's so funny. Like, anything that somebody says in a negative way about you is literally a reflection of how they feel about themselves. And it
Mm-hmm.
sounds so silly until you get it and you see it and you're like, oh my God. Like, you can start to almost feel bad for the person instead of feeling angry because you're like, oh my God, that's so sad. That's how you feel about yourself. Like, that's actually, I was going to say pathetic, but it is in a sense pathetic that you're like projecting it onto others. But it's sad that like you feel that way and you feel the need to try to make others feel that way.
Yeah. I feel like when it's like mindless hating, it's more about them than it is about you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that. My next one, I think we've touched on, we've really like nailed this one into the ground, but no one really cares about what you're doing. Like and not to be mean, but like I've had to experience like just tell myself like they actually don't care, and that's okay. Like people's lives do not revolve around me, and mine does not revolve around them, or I don't care what they're posting, what they're saying. Like no one really cares. It's just like nothing is that deep.
And even if they do care, like, it's almost sad to think about, like, if you post a cute video, nobody really cares about it. They might watch it and like enjoy it
Yeah.
in the moment and forget about it 5 seconds later. That's what I mean when I say that. Like, they
Yeah.
don't care so much that it affects their life. They're
Yeah.
not thinking about you for the rest of the day if they see a video that you posted that they do or don't like. It's just like they watch it and they scroll past it and they forget about it.
It's humbling.
It is humbling, but it's also comforting because
Yeah.
it's not that big of a deal. My next one is that it's never too late for anything. I
Mhm.
felt like I just remember being little and thinking that 25 was like, oh my God, like you have 2 children and a mortgage. Like
Yeah.
your life is on its way out. But then when you get like into your 20s, you realize that it's not too late to do anything. Like, it's not too late to start a new relationship. It's not too late to move somewhere new, start a new job, go back to school, go to therapy, find a new hobby. Like, it's really just, you're still a spring chicken. And
Yeah.
that's true even going into your 30s, 40s, 50s. You can do all those things like whenever you want to or need to. And it's never too late. And don't let anybody make you feel silly for, starting things in your
I love
20s that
that.
maybe other people started earlier.
Like on your deathbed, you're gonna be glad that you like gave yourself a chance and just like said F it and just like tried.
Mm-hmm. And it's so silly, the things that like your brain makes you think it's too late for. Like,
Yeah.
I know for the example of like social media, when we were starting our podcast this year, I would like look things up and people would be like podcasting is on its way out or whatever. Like,
Mm-hmm.
everybody, all the successful ones like started 5 years ago or something. Like, you're
Yeah.
hopping on the train too late. It's like, no, not really, because people are still, their podcasts are blowing up every
Yeah.
week, every month. Like, don't let other people make you believe that you're late to something when you're not.
Totally. And you can be like the first to forge a path for something. Just because it hasn't been done
Exactly.
yet doesn't mean it can't be done.
Exactly.
My next one, your habits are your life. So being mindful of how you're spending your time and like what is becoming a reoccurring thing in your life. And that's really just pretty self-explanatory. Like I think forming positive habits, it just equals a positive life, equals happiness. Chaos equals more depression. I don't know.
I love math. Chaos equals depression.
Yeah.
No, this is so true. I remember I saw like a year ago or something, somebody posted a TikTok that said how you spend your days is how you spend your life. And
Yeah.
literally that shocked me. That snapped me back into reality. But it's the truth.
It is the truth.
It's crazy.
I gotta get to work.
Once again, it's in your control though. Like I've been talking about, everything is within
It's your
your
choice.
control. My next one is that nothing is black and white, and it would be really boring and kind of suck if it was. But I feel like with age, you realize that like most things kind of fall into a gray area, even with like your beliefs. Like two things can be true at one time. It's not all black and white. Or you can just be in the middle. You can be undecided. You can be still figuring it out. And things can be a little bit of good and they can be a little bit of bad. And that's just how most of life is, to be honest.
Yeah. Amen. My next one is speaking negatively about others will also make you miserable. This is just like part of my belief on like energy and how the universe experiences the things we put out. Like when you're just speaking negatively about people, it's kind of just like this negative chitter chatter that the universe hears. It's not really hearing like the specifics, but it's just feeling the negative energy from you. And it thinks, oh, you want negative, like I'll give you negativity. I'll give it to you right back. And I just think it's like, I don't know, speaking ill about people just like taints your heart in a way. I don't know. That's just how I feel. So, are we all capable and probably guilty of being a hater? Yeah, all the time. But I think it's important to just like catch yourself in the act of doing it and like redirect yourself because it's not nice and it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a frequency that you're matching.
Yeah.
Even though that sounds woo woo, but like you're just bringing yourself down and like wallowing in just negativity and like judgment. And it just puts you into a sad place. It's not fun to be there. My next one is that you're not too cool for anything. This kind of goes with like, I feel like when we were talking about bowling.
Yeah.
If you're not good at something, you kind of almost frame it as like you're too cool for it. Or like, oh, that's lame. I don't want to do that. That's lame. I feel like that's such like a teenager thing to say.
Yeah.
And once you get over that, it's just so much more fun. Like I love being a little cringy and embarrassing and like being a fan of things. Like I still love Harry Styles and I'm 25. And that's probably really annoying and cringy to some people. And some people think they're too cool for Harry Styles. Not me. Not too cool for it. I love it. Or like, you know, dancing at a concert. Like I feel like some people think they're too cool for that. You're not too. Have fun. Let loose.
You're missing out.
Exactly. You're not too cool for anything. You're, to be quite frank, just not that cool. Nobody is at the end of the day. We're not. You're just putting on a show. You're putting on a facade. You're trying to act cool. Have fun. You're not too cool.
All right. Don't compare your stage of life to others. Trust in your journey. I feel like this is just a big one, especially in your 20s and 30s, of like everyone is just in such completely different stages of life. And like that's just how it is. Like one stage is not better than the other. Someone could be quote unquote further in life and be significantly more unhappy than you. So just like trust that you are exactly where you're supposed to be at the right time. And like your next stages in life will come when you're most ready and when it's most beneficial to you. So yeah, just like keep your head down and like don't be looking around. Just like focus on yourself and your own path.
This is so true. It's inevitable that everybody's going to be at different stages.
Yeah.
Especially in your 20s and 30s. Like the spectrum is so large of where people can fall. And like you said, it's not better or worse. It's not good or bad. It's just everybody's doing their own thing. That kind of goes along with my next one, which is everyone's still figuring it out. Like you might look at other people that have higher paying jobs than you or are in more committed relationships than you, or even have kids or something. And it's like, this is everyone's first time being the age that they are. I think that's like
Yeah.
something that's really weird to think
I like
about.
that.
Yeah, like we're all 25 for the first time, or however old you are. Or we're all, if you want to have kids, you're all going to be parents for the first time. You're all
Yeah.
going to be a wife or a husband for the first time. It's like nobody's been here before or done this before. We're all figuring it out as we go. Even if other people kind of play the part better and are more convincing that they have it all together or have it all
Yeah.
figured out, in the back of their head, they're like, what the F is going on? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. That's just how everyone feels.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome. You're so wise.
I know. 25 years, I've learned a lot.
Yeah. All right, we're down to our final lesson. So my last one is to show your effort and love for someone according to their love language. I think I've had to learn that just because I'm really good at I don't know, maybe gift giving doesn't mean the other person receives love or wants to receive love that way. You could give them a million gifts and they might not, it just might not mean as much as I don't know, words of affirmation, if that's their thing. So I don't know, I just think it's important to be mindful of the people that you're closest to, of how they best like to receive love, and put in effort towards that.
Yeah, 100%.
And for everyone listening, I do love to receive gifts. Thank you. I'm just kidding. I'm not.
I'm not.
It doesn't even have to be expensive, but just a little chocolate or something. It's just they thought about me when I wasn't there and they wanted to give this to me. That's just the way I am. Sorry.
No, and me too. Give me a hug and give me a little gift, and you don't even need to say a word. That's all I need.
Yeah, no words necessary.
No words of affirmation. But yeah, this can be really frustrating if you don't know the other person's, and you feel like you could literally spend $1 million on somebody and they would still be unfulfilled because they're like, can you just tell me I look pretty? I'm confused. That's all I want. So it is important to get on the same page. Even with friendships, I feel like people only talk about this with romantic relationships, but friendships too. Totally. You want to make your friends feel seen and appreciated as well.
Perfect. So you like hugs?
I love hugs. You like head scratches?
Yeah. That's the only kind of physical touch.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You can hold my hand too if you want.
Sometimes we do that as well. All right. Well, my last little nugget of wisdom for you. I hate when people say that. I just hate the word nugget, but okay. My last one is that mistakes aren't bad. I don't like making mistakes. I don't like being wrong, but along the way I've learned that they're just not bad. They're just you always learn from them. Everybody makes mistakes. And the kid that I nanny for just got this new book from the library. It's called Oopsie Doo, and she loves it. We read it 5 times a day, and it just will make me cry. The whole point is just if you spill something or you mess up your words or you say something wrong, just say oopsie doo and move on. And if your friend messes up, just say oopsie doo and move on. It's not a big deal. And I'm just gonna live by the oopsie doo lifestyle. Because everybody makes little oopsie doos, and you just acknowledge it, learn from it, and try to do better next time.
That's so cute. I love that. And I think it's important for other people to be mindful that the people in your life aren't going to be perfect or have it all figured out either. And I mean, obviously don't let them walk all over you, but people make mistakes. People might say things out of anger or PMS. I don't know.
You're not me, but not some me, people though. Might do that.
No, but yeah, I like that. Mistakes aren't bad, and they're inevitable at the end of the day. We're all gonna F up.
Sometimes worse than others, but mistakes will be made.
Yes, they will. Same mistakes, baby. Q One Direction.
Mistakes again. And we pray. That song is so good. Oh my god, that song
it really is.
And Taken is
Taken is good.
criminally slept
When
on.
I'm taken.
Oh, you only love to see me breaking. Oh, it's so good.
Well, that is it for today's episode. Our 26 things we've learned by the age of 26. I forget how people word this, but this is like a common.
Yeah, I think
don't
it's
know,
just
theme.
26 things I've learned by 26, right? I mean, that's the gist of it.
Yeah. Hopefully, like, maybe there was like one thing that like you just like really needed to hear. I mean, there were many things I needed to hear again and again today. And yeah, don't be afraid to grow old and celebrate in your wisdom and your lessons and your mistakes.
Period. That's really that.
That's really it.
But I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave us a rating and review because it's our birthday, like we said.
Yeah.
Leave us a little present. We love gifts, and that can come in the form of a rating and review. Leave us a nice little message. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, Threads, and subscribe on YouTube if you want to see our cute little faces.
Perfect. Shout out to all of our Virgos for Virgo season. We're wishing you wealth and health.
I love that you switched that up. Not health and wealth. Wealth and health.
Yeah, wealth first. Anyways, we'll go ahead and sign off before we say anything else out of pocket. We love you so much, and we'll see you next time.
See ya. Bye. Mwah.